Guys, just as I'm about to film this episode for you, listen to what's on the radio right now. Yeah! Hey everybody, it's your favorite friend and fiend, Kenneth Ramon, back here again in the Cruiser Bruiser. And you guys, I just wanted to make a little quick video, for my fellow physical media movie collectors just like myself. No, it's kind of been a while since I made one. I know I've been getting kind of deep into like my music because that's all that I've been doing pretty much recently. As a matter of fact, in another hour, I got to meet up with Hot Tub Metal Machine for another practice and sound check for an upcoming show. So pretty stoked about that. But, on my free time, I do like to go to the thrift stores and go to Walmart, see if there's like any awesome movies I want to add to my collection. And, you guys, in this past couple months, actually, I've picked up, some pretty awesome titles, movies that I've never seen before that I'm like, gosh, wow, how come it's taken me this long to see them? And I just want to take a minute to share with you guys and kind of talk about these movies too. And I got some pretty awesome, exciting news for you guys. And like I said, I do some music and some movie videos. So those of you guys that don't follow my music review videos, you probably don't know. But let me just share with you guys. I have it right here in the glove box. But guys, I got my Top Gun VIP pass to the premiere here in Ridgecrest, California, and I'm super stoked about this because here in the area I live in, they filmed like a lot of those airplane sequences on our military base, and so I'm gonna actually get to meet like some of the people involved in the making of this movie. Have no idea if Tom Cruise will be there, but like I said before, I got my Sharpie and I got something for him to sign. Just in case he's there. I'll keep it in my car. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to share that with you, and I'm super, super stoked for this upcoming Top Gun movie. But anyways, you guys, let me get to my recent pickups. Now, as I was saying earlier, you guys, this is kind of like a self-care type of thing, if you will. Like, just on my free time, I'm kind of like in my own zone when I go to, like the thrift stores and, Walmarts and things like that. And I don't always film everything. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that because I know you guys have said that you enjoy watching me, like, actually shop around and look through the movies on camera. I'm going to try to get used to that. I mean, it's just naturally, it's just like I'm in my own zone when I do it, kind of keeping it to myself a little bit. And sometimes I do film and it just takes forever to edit everything together. And so I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. I still do the Dollar Tree videos for sure for you guys, but pretty soon I'll do that a little bit more. But so recently, let's start with Walmart, okay? I picked up a couple titles, and usually I don't pay full price for movies, you guys. Like, usually I'll wait until like there's like the Black Friday sale and just buy them all in bulk. But like, there's just a couple of things that I just had to get up on. And first off, you guys, I had to pick up the Suicide Squad. And this is the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. And I picked this edition up actually because the cover art was just so much better than the standalone DVD. And those of you guys that know, I hadn't had a Blu-ray player up until now. I found one at the thrift shop and I was like, heck yeah, and I scored really, really big time with that Blu-ray player. So now I do have a Blu-ray player, so now I'm trying to get up on the Blu-rays. But yeah, this cover art's a lot better than the standalone DVD. And I forgot how much this was, but I think it was like maybe like $16, I believe. But I had to pick this one up because I saw this in theaters with my friends, and I know some of you guys saw it, but I'll link it in the description so you guys that haven't seen it could check it out. I had a blast watching this movie in theaters with my friends, and just had to relive that, just watch it again, such a good movie, man. James Gunn, he really did a great adaptation of the Suicide Squad. And really, this didn't get enough attention. that I feel it deserved at the time. I felt like a lot of people should have seen this when it came out in theaters, but it was during the pandemic and COVID, and people were still kind of nervous whether or not they should go to the movies or not. I took the chance and I went out and watched this, and I had zero regrets, man. I tell you, this movie was freaking incredible, and I highly recommend you guys check this out. It's definitely worth the 16 bucks I paid for it. I believe it was 16 bucks, but heck yeah. So definitely picked up the Suicide Squad. And this is another one. This one was 20 bucks. I remember this is a recent pickup. I think I picked this up last week. This is Chucky. Season 1 of Chucky. Now, you guys, I had only watched like the first episode of this, and I really, really dug what I saw. And as you guys know, me being in so many bands, I think I was in 3 at this time, actually, when this was on television. I had no time to watch this. And that's like my biggest peeve is that with TV series and things like that, it's just really hard for me to commit to watch a whole series. Even like binge watching, it's just like I just don't have the time. But every now and then, you know, that's why I still watch movies. You know, I could dedicate a couple hours. So, yeah, anyway, so I picked this one up and I started watching these again. And man, this series is so badass. And I know some people were skeptical about it, myself included, but just by the first episode, and I watched 3 more. I watched the first disc. This comes with 2 discs. It's a 2-disc set. Like if you like the old school Chucky, like Bride of Chucky and on, like kind of like that slapstick humor, but also like your good old fashioned horror and blood and gore stuff. This is definitely up your alley, and I highly recommend that you check this one out, you guys. Definitely worth the $20 I spent on it for sure. And then next up, you guys, I wanted to share some pickups from the thrift store recently, and I found some movies that are near and dear to heart, and then movies that I haven't seen before that are now near and dear to heart. All right, guys, let me just take a minute to talk about this movie right here. And how come I haven't seen this movie up until now? This movie is freaking incredible, guys. Adventureland, with Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart, man. And Ryan Reynolds is also in this movie. Dude, this movie is so badass. And it also reminds me of the movie Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Like, that was a movie that I remember watching as a kid and really connecting with it because, like, I'm really into music. And I also kind of like these, like, rom-coms. So, like, when you put the two together and you got, like, a coming-of-age kind of story with, like, people that are, you know, like really big, like music buffs like myself, I feel like it's like heaven for me. So anyways, I really dug this movie. It's like the perfect blend of like comedy and drama and like so much that I connected with like on a personal level with this movie. And I'm just like so surprised that I didn't see it until now, you know, and like the music in this thing is so awesome, man. This is a movie that's like set in like the 80s and it takes place in like this amusement park. For you guys that haven't seen this movie, it's like it follows Jesse Eisenberg's character, and like he's like a recent college grad, but like he has to like find like a job just to make ends meet. So he finds a job at Adventureland and he meets Kristen Stewart's character, and then like there's this big fiasco about like you know, kind of like you know, coming of age drama that us like people in our 20s go through, you know. But I really dug this. This was like a really, really good movie, man. And like you really get to like get like an in-depth perspective with each character in it. And I really dug it, man. And like the ending was so great. So you guys, if you know more movies like this, please recommend them to me in the comments section, because I need more movies like this, man. I could really connect with and like really you know, hit me in the feels. And I really dug this movie a lot. This was from my thrift store. I think I paid $2 for this, so very cool. And then these are all going to be from the thrift stores. I got like 5 movies to share with you guys. Here's the one that I connected with a little bit, but not too much. This is called Post Grad. This is another movie, a coming of age movie that I never seen before, but I really wanted to check out. And Yeah, some parts are funny. You know, it's got a great cast in here. I mean, it's got look at Jane Lynch as a supporting actress in here. You got Craig Robinson here. So people that were in other movies that I do love. So I was surprised I hadn't seen this one before either. And like it follows like kind of a similar story to Adventureland, but this character actually went to grad school, finished grad school, and was like struggling to find the job, and like some things I could definitely relate to there. And then like it's like almost like so relatable, like I'm laughing but I'm almost crying watching this. It's like, oh god, yes, I could totally relate to this. And then it takes like another avenue like halfway through this movie where it becomes kind of a rom-com, and it's kind of more about trying to maintain a relationship while also finding the job that you really want and like actually getting that job, but then now you have your person at the same time and try to maintain like a long distance relationship. I myself didn't relate to that. I'm sorry. Thank goodness that I don't have to deal with that right now in my life. But anyways, you guys, this was a pretty good movie. I don't know if I'd watch it again. You know, it was good for a first time watch, and yeah, definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a couple bucks. So pretty cool. Actually, hey, look, it was from Hollywood Video. Back in the Hollywood Video days. Gosh, it got a crazy glare, but I hope you guys could see that. There you go. Pretty cool. So, definitely felt like that movie was worth a watch. And this next movie I want to talk about, guys, is a personal favorite of mine. I actually have this movie on DVD already, but I bought it again because I don't always come across this movie. And, I'm talking about Rob Schneider and The Hot Chick. I love this movie. Every bit of this movie is hilarious. And, even as an adult, I still come back to it and like I crack up, man, almost like as if it was like the first time watching it, man. It just never gets old. And yeah, like I said, I used to have this on DVD, and those of you guys know I'm really big into autograph collecting. I mailed the DVD cover out to Anna Faris. I sent it to her on the set of Mom. This was like, gosh, how long ago was 2018? So I'm thinking like 4 years ago, right? Yeah, 4 years ago I sent this DVD cover. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll see it, but Mom they canceled that show, right? As far as I know. I don't know too much about TV series, but I believe they canceled that show. So I don't know if there's like a big bag of fan mail laying around or whatever. I just assume it's long gone. So definitely had to pick up another copy of this one for sure. And then here's another movie that's, I guess it's pretty recent, kinda, sorta. Well, Jackass Forever recently came out, and I love that movie. That was actually pretty funny, you guys. I didn't do a review video for that just because, well, how am I going to review Jackass Forever without spoiling anything from it, you know? But I picked up Jackass 3. Actually never seen this one before. I do have Jackass 2 on DVD. I still believe that I need Jackass 1. So hopefully I'll come across that one pretty soon. But yeah, you guys, I saw Jackass Forever. Thought it was the greatest thing in the world. So definitely had to pick this one up when I saw it at my thrift store for sure, you know? Crazy, outrageous stunts, you know, by these guys, these crazy friends right here. I don't think, is there any other way to really describe this? I mean, that's all, like, I always try to offer you guys like spoiler-free movie reviews just so you guys could go out and watch movies, even if they've been out forever. But I guess that's the only way of kind of describing this, you know, without going into detail on like the crazy stuff that they actually do. And I heard like this was like when they were just getting back into it, like after like heavy drug usage. Like these guys used to be like heavy on drugs, and like I guess they had a more pain tolerance. And then I guess like with this one, like you could really feel their pain. That's what I hear like in reviews of this. So haven't seen this one, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Alright guys, next up, I wanted to take a second to kind of review a little brief review for you guys. I wanted to go over a couple of movies that I picked up in my recent Dollar Tree haul that I had a moment to watch. Well, kind of. Let me talk a little bit about movie 43 here. Now, initially when I picked this up, I thought to myself, well, I've heard bad things about this movie. I hear it's the worst movie of all time, but I'm still going to pick it up anyways because it's only $1, right? And it's got this A-list cast here, and, maybe it'll be worth a watch. I got 20 minutes into this movie, and I was dying of laughter, okay? And one of my regrets is I was eating while watching this movie, and I was like, oh, God. But this is great. This is great stuff, you guys. So 20 minutes in, I told myself, you know what? I'm going to stop this right now. And I think I'm going to make a reaction video to this. Maybe with members of my band, maybe we could sit around, those that haven't seen it before, and just give our reaction to it. Cause this really is overboard stuff. And I love it. That's all I will say there. I'm all in for this movie for sure. Okay, next up, you guys, Varsity Blood. I did get a moment to watch this one. Really, really did enjoy this movie. Now, this isn't, the most, well-produced Hollywood movie out there. This is pretty low-budget, indie horror flick, but I really dug it. I really dug the whole story, and it takes a lot of inspiration from movies like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it kind of takes a Halloween route even. And this movie is basically about cheerleaders that are being killed off one by one by a mass killer, and the guy who's the mass killer is the mascot, of the school's football team. And then there's this whole mystery story that goes along with the town about how a cheerleader got into an accident, the impact that had on other students, and also members of her family, and how it kind of connects the two. So there's this whole mystery of well, maybe this is the person that's going around killing these cheerleaders. And I just love how it took this whole psychological twist to it. It ends with this big reveal, and I guess the reveal isn't too surprising. I believe you could kind of pinpoint it, kind of make it out towards the end, because this movie is definitely inspired by movies that we've already seen before. And I feel the ending takes a little bit of inspiration from Friday the 13th, if you ask me, without going into, super spoiler territory. But anyways, it's incredible, man. This is definitely a good Halloween time watch. I highly recommend you pick this up if you see this at your Dollar Tree. Definitely worth $1. And yeah, come Halloween time, man, I'm definitely gonna watch this movie again, man. Yeah, and this even takes place during Halloween, which is really cool. It's just really cool how they tie all those movies that it's inspired by together, and really dug it. Really, really dug this movie. Next up, you guys, I also got a moment to watch Men at Work. And, this is just a fun movie, man. This is really a good time. If you haven't seen this Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez movie, it's nothing particularly spectacular, but, it's a really good movie to kill the time. It's, there's definitely moments in there I found myself really cracking up. It's got some humor in there that I don't know if I would say, stands the test of time, with PC culture and things like that. But, if you want a good, solid slapstick, comedy, that's definitely a sign of its times. This is from 1990. Okay, I thought this was from the 80s. It definitely has an 80s vibe, though. So maybe this was filmed in the 80s. It was released in 1990. It's a little fun, cat and mouse, murder mystery comedy about these two garbage men played by the brothers that discover a body in the garbage, and it turns out to be the body of a politician. And then there's speculation on who killed him and things like that. And then these guys find out information that they shouldn't know, so then there's other guys after them. So it's a really cool movie. It's a really cool movie just to pass the time, and I definitely recommend it. I'm definitely hanging on to this one. A lot of these Dollar Tree movies I end up, giving to Goodwill, but there's a couple where I definitely want to hang on to because they're pretty cool. Sorry guys if I'm talking kind of fast. I know I'm kind of rushing through these, because I do have a practice in about 15 minutes. story of my life. Anyways, but I really did want to make this YouTube video, and I didn't want to, you know, wait too long to do this. I have these movies that I picked up. I don't want it to be a full year of having these movies without sharing it with you guys. It drives me crazy. Anyways, you guys, if you like what you see so far, please hit that like button. And if you really do dig what I do in my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. You guys rock. I really do appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so very much. Lastly, you guys, I was talking about the Top Gun movie, and I couldn't help but pick up my own DVD copy. I found this in the $5 movie bin at Walmart. It was a no-brainer to me. It went in my shopping cart. Look at this, Top Gun, Tom Cruise right here. This is the DVD version, DVD cover. Really cool, man. Really, really cool. I almost picked this up on VHS because surprisingly enough, I do not own this movie. I've seen this movie a handful of times, you know, growing up, but never actually owned it. I own the soundtrack. I'm a big Kenny Loggins fan, so I own the soundtrack, but never actually had the movie. So, like, I was debating. You guys saw in, like, past episodes where I came across the VHS, and I'm like, maybe I should buy that. But I'm happy to come across the DVD, you know, and a lot of you guys are like, stop with the DVDs, Kenneth, they moved to Blu-ray. So, hey, man, at least I picked up the DVD this time and not the VHS. So, there you go, right? Improvement. Anyways, you guys, the format doesn't really bother me, you know. I'm more of like a quantity versus quality type of guy, you know. I'd rather have a bunch of awesome movies than just, you know, 10 Blu-rays here and there, you know, because, you know, I'd rather have like a bunch of VHS, a bunch of DVDs, a bunch of Blu-rays, just have all the movies that I want in any format that I could find, you know. And I'm also not like one of those guys that likes to order online that much. I will if I have to, like if it's only offered online, but I like the adventure of actually going into a store, holding something in your hand and saying, wow, I found this. And this is awesome. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm definitely going to buy this. So that's really the whole vibe, you know. There's kind of like something about the journey aspect of it. And you guys let me know if you have that same kind of feel when it comes to movie hunting. Now, just a quick one for my music buffs. Also from Walmart, I had to pick up Olivia Rodrigo's album, Sour. Now, this kind of comes with a little bit of regret, you guys. And I say that just because before Olivia Rodrigo became, you know, Olivia Rodrigo, she was actually selling the CD on her website, autographed. Okay, and pretty much for the same price I ended up paying for it, not autographed, $13.97, pretty much around the same price. I think it was like $15, autographed. Now this thing is going on eBay, okay, the autograph thing that I missed out on just because I didn't know who it was, didn't know anything about it. I was like, okay, well, you know, I will pass, you know, just because I'm not going to spend $20 on an artist, you know, that I've never heard of before. Come to find out, you know, she's one of these artists that are bringing pop punk music back into the mainstream. She just recently collaborated with Avril Lavigne and really awesome stuff, you know. And this person right here, man, she's got a lot going for her, and I wish I had picked this up sooner, especially that autograph copy, you know. I really missed out, man. Now it's going for like $100 on eBay, more than 100, because I believe this album, didn't it win a Grammy, or it was nominated for a Grammy? Like, little did I know, right? Little did I know. I was just in like one of those like autograph collecting Facebook groups that I'm in, you know, just like Wet Movie One, you know, we're part of that autograph collecting community, and they were sharing this around. I didn't think that this would be the record that it turned out to be. So I am like in shock, but nonetheless, you guys, couldn't get up on that autograph copy. I'm not going to spend over $100 on it, but, I definitely had to pick up the album just to have in my collection for sure, man. Anyways, you guys, those are my recent physical media pickups, and let me know if you guys have found anything out in the wild that's particularly cool, you know, that you've added to your movie or music collection. I would love to hear about it, you know. I feel like that's like part of like the awesomeness is just going out there, you know, and so unexpectedly finding something. That's why I don't always catch it on camera. I know you guys love seeing it on camera, but I don't always get the moment to take out my phone and start recording, because I'm just like, oh, you know, I doubt I'll find anything cool today. I'm just gonna go, you know, just for the heck of it. You know, if I find something cool, I do. If I don't, I don't. And then sure enough, I find something pretty awesome. I'm like, gosh, I need to start recording. But anyways, you guys, I'm rambling again like I always do. Hopefully you guys will be bearing with me with that. Anyways, you guys, thank you all again for watching my video and all the awesome support. I really do appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Kenneth Ramon, signing off! Bang!